Good morning, you guys. Can't even with that live stream. Um, I decided not to cover it because everybody jumped on it first off. Like everybody jumped on that live stream to cover it because her behavior was so bizarre. And she was giggling like somebody who was high. The last time we saw her do something like that was the live stream she did in Canada right before she went dark for a few days and then announced that she was going back to Kuwait and had these like rash decisions, right? But she did a live stream yesterday and called it the Kuwait Villa. So she is already missing Canada. She's connecting back to memories of Canada, and she's acting as though she has been affected by something. And there's a lot of speculation as to what that could be. Whether she's getting some sort of illicit drugs through Salah, or whether she's just doing like over the counter shit like NyQuil and just downing the bottle. I had a friend in high school who did that bullshit. He's like, I don't drink. But he would get completely blasted on NyQuil. It was hilarious. And I'm like, really? You don't drink? I don't know about that. So, she decided to flicker her lights on her live stream, which can cause seizures in epileptic individuals. And um, I don't know why. Like, she went off camera and decided to flicker the lights. And then there's also a shadow of her moving at like super speed. You can find all of this on Twitter. You can find it on reaction channels. There is a shadow of her moving at super speed. So it's like, how can you say that you have sciatica and you have all these barriers to working out if we can see a shadow of you clearly being able to move around? She also keeps talking about these grandiose plans, delusions of grandeur, of like going to the Great Wall of China to hike around, despite the fact that they've got um, concentration camps for the Uyghurs right now, which are her brethren, apparently. Like, if she's truly embracing her religion as a Muslim, she should be somewhat concerned about what's going on in China right now. But she's too unintelligent to actually know these things. The other thing is that she wants to go to the base camp of Mount Everest. You would die, girl. You would die. I wouldn't even do that. And I have way the hell more hiking experience than you. But I know my body limitations at age 50. By the way, I have a troll who has been kind of hilariously telling people that I'm 35. That's so funny, dude. I have a 30-year-old son. Are you saying that I had my son at 5 years old? Okay. So I hilariously had my son at 5 years old to accommodate this troll who has been harassing me since 2021, you guys. This dude has been after a lot of like political channels for a long time, and I don't even fit the category for what he goes after. He just has a huge ass crush on me. He has some sort of obsession, and he keeps talking about me all the time. And he's been doing this since like 2021. I mean, dude, fucking go find your own girlfriend because I'm not going to be it. It's not going to be me. Fuck's sake. Oh my god. The coastal eddy hasn't burned off yet, so it's still kind of crappy out here. Um Yaba, her channel got a strike. I was there. I was watching that live stream when it happened, and basically she was coming after another channel that I think is called maybe Peanut or something like that, or maybe that's like a name they made up to make fun of this person who apparently is a problem in the community. And if you've ever seen the video of Chantel on the quad runner in the desert, where there's an overlay of some kind of like snoring sounds. They apparently got the snoring sounds from this woman falling asleep on stream. And they overlaid it on Chantel's Quad Runner adventure. But anyway, somehow Yaba's channel got a strike for fighting back over whatever is going on between the two of them. Yet I have been in touch with YouTube creators about this guy that's been harassing me for 3 years. And they're like, well, the content will probably stay up, but we might do something about his channel. Thanks. Thank you. How am I supposed to feel about that? There's like 3 channels out there now. Two of them are politically related from my politics days. And one of them is like a Wolfgang Productions bullshit. Like, um, is this how we roll? We take down channels like Yaba, the YouTube Underground, for defending herself. We take down channels like Chicken Pickle for just covering the content of what Chantel is doing. But in the case of repeated harassment and defamation, you let those channels stand. You let those channels stand? Is that how it goes, YouTube? It's Thursday, you guys. I hope you've all thought about like what you need to get for your moms for Mother's Day, because I think that's on Sunday. I think that's on Sunday. Anywho, I did not go out yesterday because my legs hurt so bad from walking around Mission, San Juan Capistrano. So I do need to run some errands today. I'm feeling a little bit better. Obviously, I'm up early again. I always wake up around 5. Did you guys see the story about RFK Jr. having a worm in his brain? What happened to Foody Beauty? Well, we don't really know. She was acting high as fuck last night. She was, if you look at her last live stream or any reacts to it, if you don't want to give her the click, um, she was acting high as fuck on the last live stream. And the questions around that are like, first of all, it's way more, the penalties for being caught with illicit substances in Kuwait are way the fuck higher than any Western world state, nation states. So, like, if she got caught with Coke, let's say, or Coca Cola, let's say, in Canada, the consequences wouldn't be as severe as if she got caught in Kuwait. And I don't quote me by this because I don't really know, but my understanding is that if you get in trouble for something in another country, you have to first serve your sentence in that country and then get deported. It's not like, bam, you get deported, so it's not a big deal. Like, you have to actually go to what might be like a third world prison because you're that arrogant, but we don't know what was in her system yesterday or what was going on. Um, but she was acting very strange on that live stream. I have not covered it because so many other people already have, and you can find like highlights and clips of her flickering the lights. Um, Obviously, watch with discretion depending on if you're affected by strobe lighting, and also this shadow of her moving at like hyper speed. It's very bizarre, you guys. It's really fucking bizarre. Um, so I don't know what to say about that. Mm-mm. Oh, my lighter's getting cold. There we go. Because my cigarettes always blow out. Um, so that's all we know. Like, we don't know what happened to her. She went online in a condition in which she should not have. I mean, I had a gummy a few weeks ago. They're legal in California, by the way, right? And I realized right away that I was severely affected by it. So, what did I do? I turned my phone off and put it on the charger. I was like, I can't take any phone calls right now. I most certainly can't write any comments, and I can't do any live streaming because this has affected me far more severely than I thought it would, right? And why would you, especially when this is her job, this is like what she does for a living, why would you put yourself out there and like risk your reputation? Well, I guess her reputation is kind of built on doing this kind of stuff, right? Being that much of a person who does the wrong thing. I guess that's what she does. That's how she rolls. I feel really bad for Yaba. I know she's kind of having a freak out on X right now, saying that she's going to copyright like everything she's ever made and strike anybody who has ever used her content. I hope she rethinks that because there are smaller channels like me who have uplifted her commentary, who have, clipped some of it to talk about what she's talking about and add to it. Um, and so that could potentially affect me if she does like a huge sweeping um, content strike at everybody around her. Now, if she wants to go after very specific people who are misusing her content and taking it out of context, I think that would make more sense. But to hurt the smaller channels that are just kind of tagging along and saying, all right, so Yaba's covering Rosie now, right? So this is somebody that she's interviewing as through watching videos as somebody that she might want to cover. So if I cover that story, I'm going to potentially get a content strike. So I think she should rethink her goals around that and target very specific channels rather than a swooping. I feel like Peter Mon did that once too, but I don't think it ever came to fruition. I think he decided he was going to go after very specific people. There's always going to be like people battling and fighting each other and getting mad at each other. And it's up to you, the viewer, to decide, well, is there a middle ground or is somebody way the fuck off in this argument? You know what I mean? So you're just gonna have to watch and use your own judgment on that sort of stuff. But I am interested to see how Chantel excuses her behavior, because she will. She'll be like, "Oh no, I was just being silly and quirky," right? Or she'll be like, "Oh, I'm sorry that I flickered the lights. I wasn't really thinking," right? There was something very off about that chick last night. And or yesterday evening. Hi Dancel, how are you this morning? It's quite early on the West Coast. I'm thinking about getting a cheese enchilada today. I'm craving a cheese enchilada. Well, I also discovered that Wahoo's has a really good deal. Cheese enchiladas, you guys. They're pretty good. I don't know. Whenever I get into May, it's like I gotta have a lot of Mexican food now. I'm very well, thank you. Yes, it's 14:47, so that's like 2:47 in US time, right? Like translated in the UK. How's you? I'm still waking up. I'm like trying to get my shit together. I'm waiting for the sun to burn off the coastal eddy. We still have like fog all over the place. 24-hour clock. That's what I thought. So that'd be like 2:47. So is it almost tea time? You guys, I don't know how you guys roll. Do you have tea time? So when you have your tea time, do you have like crumpets or what do you? We used to, for Mother's Day every year, we would go to like one of these places that were like tea houses and have the finger sandwiches and the little cookies, the crumpets. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but also tea time, right, Dansa? I think Chantel has breakfast, second breakfast, lunch, dinner, and supper, and snack times. I think that's how she rolls, you guys. Mm, let me rearrange. Hang on. My legs have been crap the last couple of days, you guys. Depends on what part of the OK you are from. I'm from London, UK. All right, correction. Backup sandwich, too. You're right, Felda. She's always got to have a backup sandwich. I made some cream cheese wontons last night while I was watching Survivor. That was yummy. I ate early. I went to bed by midnight and I was up at 5 because that's how I roll. And that's something that Chantel is lacking is an actual appropriate sleep schedule. And part of that is because she doesn't eat properly. If you eat properly, you can sleep properly. Also, exercise. Like, exercise tires you out, right? Well, my body's not in a great place to exercise. So my body already hurts. Um, but it does help when, like, I do something like go to the Mission San Juan Capistrano with my family and walk around to the best of my ability, and then I'm wiped out for 2 days. Like, fucking I'm ruined for, like, 2 days, but still I'm sleeping, you know, I'm, like, I'm getting my sleep. I'm eating, and that's making my blood numbers come back to normal, and so, um, yeah, so I've gotta go. I've got a support meeting. Just popped in to say hi, Jenna, and keep up the great work. Well, thank you so much, Denzel. Good luck on your meeting. And till next time, right? Good luck in your meeting. God, I used to be really good at board meetings. So good at board meetings, you guys. All right. I'm sending you my hearts to the hearts. Um, so I unfortunately stumbled across that guy always at like 6 o'clock with this hog. I stumbled across the channel, I think it's called The Gaining Ground or something like that. And he's spending his entire live stream right now trashing Yaba. I don't understand what the point of this is, of having this sort of back and forth like this, rather than just kind of covering your own content of, here are the influencers that are doing ED channels, they're doing mukbangs, they're having hauls, and they have weird backstories, right? These are the things that we're diving into, I think, collectively. So why um come after fellow React channels like that? Like, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Oh, and by the way, Kai Bella has blocked me on Twitter. She can kiss my ass. And my ass is better than your American ass, girlfriend. I was walking blocks in very steep neighborhoods. I have some creamy thighs and a better ass than you. But I heard you're losing some weight, so congrats on that. It's still chilly out, you guys. 35. Can you imagine? That's what your troll comes after you with? I think you're 15 years younger than you say that you are. That's the way the troll comes after you with? Okay. All right, if you want to say I'm 15 years younger than I am, you have been reported. The fact that you are obsessively stalking my channel and talking about me, and your singing is so fucking god awful. Dude, it's gonna come back to bite you. Plus, you've got that whole story from like 10 years ago where you like threatened, you sent a death threat after another channel. Like, your reputation is not great, but yes, I have reported you, and I will continue to report you if you keep um, calling me a Karen from some random video you pulled down of a woman who doesn't look anything like me. You don't even know what state that was filmed in or when it was filmed. And you're like, yep, that's you. Gray and disabled. It's not me. For fuck's sake. Wow. I'm not going to put his name out there because that's what he wants. He has been bullying me for 3 years to try and get me to promote his channel because he claims that everybody he does a video on is part of the deep state and is on drugs. And they all have tardive dyskinesia. He makes up the weirdest bullshit, and it's like YouTube's like, I don't know, not a problem. Why is that not a problem, but you're taking down the YouTube underground for defending herself against Peanut? Like, I don't get it. But you're totally cool with this weird ass dude who swears quite a bit and is very open about smoking weed while he's doing his videos. And also, he like went into this big production of getting a new microphone, and you can barely hear the audio. Barely hear the audio in these videos. So that's why I haven't really addressed it, because his audio is terrible. He's like so out of it that he can't even like fucking produce a good video. So I'm kind of like, well, do I deal with it or do I just let it go? Because obviously nobody's looking at his videos. He only gets 1 to 2 views, and that's like one of them is me when he's talking about me. Because I don't watch the videos where he's singing because he's so bad. His singing is terrible. It's so funny, the people who think that they're wonderful singers um, really have a hard time with people like me who do karaoke videos. And, I realize that not every karaoke video I do is 100%. Sometimes I fuck up. But I'm certainly better than all of these motherfuckers. And they're so bad that, like, why would they even think that anybody wants to listen to that crap? Kind of like Chantel. Oh my god. She keeps trying to make herself sound like Snow White, but she doesn't even remember the song. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. She doesn't remember the song. She fucking replaced it in her live stream with the song from Sleeping Beauty. Can't, dude. Um, I would no, no, maybe not. She's probably never been to Disneyland. She's probably never been to the Magic Kingdom. But the wishing well that's right next to the castle is playing that goddamn song. It's playing that song the whole time. So anytime you walk up by the castle, you can hear it coming out of the wishing well. God, Chantel, it's amazing. She's always like pulling all of this pop culture shit out to make up stories for her life. Let's see how this goes today because I'm sure she's going to have to apologize for herself in some way, but I think it'll be far more excuses like, no, no, I was perfectly fine. I was just being goofy, right? I was just being goofy. There was nothing wrong with me. That's what she's going to say. Flickering the lights and running like a banshee behind the camera where we can see her shadow. This is somebody who's supposed to have sciatica. Okay. So, that is my short morning live stream for you all. I'm not going to cover her whole video because it's mostly boring. Her shit is getting boring, except for when she does crazy crap like that and tries to just really fuck with her audience. But, um, other than that, I don't care about what restaurants you want to eat at and how much it costs to eat in Kuwait. I'm never going to Kuwait. I'm never going to Kuwait. Period. So why would I care how much it costs to get a burger there? Right? Okay, you all have a great day. I'll probably pop on later with some reacts.